Get your kids in the bed. Hello, everybody. Your show about to come on. Thank you for tuning in. Are you ready? Let's get it. Don't matter. Let's talk. Let's speak. Ooh, y'all sound good. Cool. You don't grab that drink. It's the what? It's so cute. This one you twerk. Hey, I see you over there twerking. I see you over there twerking. Hey, shake it. Don't stop it, girl. Shake it.
Let me scoot in. Welcome everybody to the Butch and Queen podcast, where we dispel your thoughts.
Hey, my thinking in the plots.
Hello on this wonderful Tuesday.
Wonderful Tuesday.
What is it? It's August the what?
August the 15th.
It's the 15th?
It's the 15th of August already, everybody.
We're already in the middle
We are here.
of
We have arrived.
August.
You
September
made it.
is going to be next month.
Listen, you 15. What? It's 31 days this month.
I guess it's 31
31. How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing good.
You doing all right?
Doing good. Highly favored.
Podcast.
Well, yesterday, because she ain't asked me how I feel.
How you feeling today?
So
Lord, I can't even
yesterday,
get it out, y'all. I can't even get it out.
we went and got to see Beyonce. You know I got to start with Beyonce, y'all. We went to go see Beyonce. Now, baby, we ain't no worshipers.
Listen.
Even though I do have a secret box.
Girl, that thing wanted to
Beyonce
take
gave.
the box. She wanted to take a shirt. She wanted to take everything to go and
I have
check
a
out.
secret box.
She got to be
Beyonce
stopped, y'all. We
personally
praying
gave.
for her. Hey, Bertha. Hey, Shalinda. Hey, Tamika. Everybody, if you're on, tell a friend, tell a friend. Put your Queen podcast.
Watch, like, comment, and subscribe. So let me finish.
Get it out. Get it out.
So
Get it
my
out.
babe right here bought me tickets to the Beyonce concert. Best birthday gift ever. I was so excited about just being there. Let me tell you something. When I say that lady, she is creative, from the display on the LED screen,
Beautiful.
the music, as far as the mashups, the dancing,
Everything.
just her presentation, the little fireworks, the
Everything.
smoke, the lights, the camera,
Everything.
the action.
Beyonce was Beyonce.
She was. And guess what happened? Last night she was singing
She was singing
and her mic came out.
out of her ear.
Out of her
It
ear.
came out.
Now, I think she could sing. I know she could sing.
Uh-huh.
But when you're far away, that's the reason why they are wearing that in their ears, so they can still hear the music, keep their tone,
Tempo, because
the tempo,
sound
everything
gets distorted.
It gets distorted the further you go.
Yeah.
So she was far. She was in the front, like in the Club Renaissance area. Mm-hmm. That lady, her earphones started messing up, and she couldn't hear the beat. She ran back, still couldn't hear everything. Started singing,
And just was going. Just going.
I was like,
That thing was going like in sync, baby. That thing was singing.
And
I said, that heifer can sing.
we had good seats too.
We had great seats. We had
good seats.
So you enjoyed yourself?
I really enjoyed myself. Now I did miss the suite because my baby had to walk down. Y'all need to fix that Mercedes.
I'm doing the survey.
Cause
club seating, and we had to walk
down, turn up, and then come back up to get to our seat. Because they only got one door to get in the club seating, but y'all have 3 rows. So just imagine,
that was horrible.
Now that was the part that I did not.
And they were kind of spoiled, because we was in the suite last time Beyonce was here. But Chris was with that was $25,000. That was a car.
Oh yeah, they was.
Wasn't doing it.
Yeah, the suites was.
So we'll give you a good club. We'll give you a good club.
I was satisfied.
But it was a beautiful experience. We had a great, great time. Yes. I mean, you just couldn't help but just love on the fact that just lady could just sing, and she was singing.
She was.
She was singing. She really did a wonderful job. So.
All right. What's that saying? We need to switch seats because, I got tip Millie. I was just trying to be, make it look different. Y'all should know who we are. I think y'all should know
how other people see stuff. It's okay.
I know I see stuff backwards, so I do apologize, everybody, if y'all confused. I am Tip Millie.
And I am Smiles Chris.
Okay, and I spelled her name right if y'all look down there. I spelled it right. And she look up here, she says it's good. But we're gonna start getting in the show. First, we gotta start off with our business shout out.
Well, as you know, I will always shout out small businesses till the breath leaves me, because small businesses, of course, make up our world. Y'all, you got to know your power no matter where you start. If you start, if you're thinking about starting, if you're in the middle, in between, or if you're big, you had to start from somewhere. So, of course, I always want to show love to small businesses. Right. Of course, my friends at Thirdly Logistics, the Macy Method, Erica Macy, Tiffany Macy, of course, with her wholesaling. Also, Angel Events, of course, Tiff's friends. She got a kennel, she got a bench, she got all kinds of stuff, okay? All kinds of stuff that you need or may want. Of course, I want to shout out
friends with businesses.
Yeah, we got
shout out friends. Angel, she makes the tumblers.
Yeah, she makes tumblers.
The ones that say everybody trying to get, they say bitch. Be gone.
Oh Lord!
And it's a tumbler drink, but it look like a can.
Ooh.
Say bitch, be gone.
She's saying it with the tumbler. So whatever you do, don't worry about what nobody else doing, because just like Burger King may be across the street from McDonald's and McDonald's might be across the street from Wendy's, please believe and know. Guess what? They may all be selling the same thing, but somebody likes the other place versus the other, and they may patronize.
And they might like both.
They might like all three. So stop worrying about that.
Go to Walmart and Target.
Shout out to Geek Social Media Group. Of course, we do a lot of stuff as well. But it's just a lot, you know. And also, my friend is still hiring everybody. Theurgy Logistics is still hiring right now in the Atlanta location. They're looking for drivers. Right now, they're hiring for 600, between 600 and 1,000 plus weekly, of course. And of course, they have overnight driving, local. They have a lot of things, and they're looking for people right now, hiring right now. So if you need a job, if you're looking for something, if you have a clean driving record, a lot of great things come out of that business entity. So shout out to Tavia and Tamika Ruby. We love you guys always. All my good friends that with businesses, we love you. So
we do.
Boom.
Okay, we about to get started.
Let's get into it.
With y'all homeboy.
Hey Mika. Hey Shirley.
Y'all ready?
Let's get it.
We have another one. They say there's a young woman, a young racist in Atlanta. She's a racist. And they say that she was after a certain gang, and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member. And this is a person that wants to indict me. She's got a lot of problems, but she wants to indict me to try and run for some other office. What's going on in this country is, and by the way, wants to indict me for a perfect phone call. This was even better than my perfect call with Ukraine.
Now Trump
got to be stopped in a special way. We that young man has to be
He's
stopped.
So funny though.
So talk about it. What you getting from that?
So
tell the good people what he said. Did y'all hear that?
So like a couple of months ago, Fani made an announcement after she started the RICO case that she has another big indictment coming up, and she mentioned Trump's name. So it kind of got brushed under the door, but she really put her foot forward and she filed for the indictment. So Trump is going to acknowledge it. He already has the other indictments that he has. So in this press conference, he I don't know where he was. I think he was in Alabama. I'm not for sure, but he was like. Trump was trumping. He was like, this lady, but he called her a racist. Is trying to, come after me, and just to incite, who he talking to. So he's trying to incite them by saying she's racist. And he says, she been sleeping with one of the men in the gang, and That is why she started the whole RICO case to get back at the guy she was messing with.
Allegedly.
This is all alleged. It's not true. I thought it was funny because me and Trump share the same birthday. And one thing about us, if you come against us, we're going to drop it. If we have to, we're going to drop some good tea on you. Especially if we don't like you. Now, majority of the time, we keep that tea to ourselves.
Right.
But if we got evidence that this tea might be true,
baby,
we're going to put it in your ear and let you know that we know.
Honey, let me tell y'all something. So there's a lot to that. I think he was digging so you can start putting, basically to discredit her.
That's what he was doing.
In a lot of ways. Which that's what Trump does. He puts little bugs in your ear to make it to discredit you and make you even think about the actions you've taken. I really think he's doing that. So yes, Bertha, he is digging. I believe he is digging.
And he can't talk about it.
Yeah, and I mean he cannot talk about the mischief or the things that he's done. And yes, that was alleged. Exactly what he said, that she was involved with one of those members, which then caused her to indict him because maybe that relationship may have didn't work out. And so here we are.
And Tashonda said he mad that she is truly about her business and stay committed to bringing him down.
Baby,
and that's true.
And I believe that's true.
And that's true because that's going to go into the next thing. I want to show you what she did, what press conference she gave.
Let's talk about her press conference.
After, what happened. This is probably like a week later. The press conference, I think it was today. I think it was yesterday.
Yes.
We missed it.
The indictment brings felony charges against Donald John Trump, Rudolph William Louis Giuliani, John Charles Eastman, Mark Randall Meadows, John Cheeseborough, Jeffrey Clark, Jenna Lynn Ellis, Ray Stallings Smith III, Robert David Cheeley, Michael A. Roman, David James Schaefer, Sean Micah Tresher Steele, Stephen Cliffgard Lee, Harrison William Prescott Floyd, Travion C. Cootie, Sydney Catherine Powell, Kathleen Austin Latham, Scott Graham Hall, and Misty Hampton, also known as Emily Misty Hayes. Every individual charged in the indictment is charged with one count of violating Georgia's Racketeer, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations Act through participation in a criminal enterprise in Fulton County, Georgia, and elsewhere to accomplish the illegal goal of allowing Donald J. Trump to seize the presidential term of office beginning on January 20th, 21.
Amen.
She remind me of a older Crystal.
What?
And somebody come against her,
baby,
and they dropped some tea on her.
Oh, your change and receipts.
And she just came and started naming names.
Just go one by one.
Okay, and she even named the young lady's alias.
Okay.
Also known as
whatever you are today.
Emily Misty Hayes.
I mean, and Bertha said they're all guilty in some way. And I mean, there are so many things. Of course, all of this is alleged until proven guilty.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it's like there's a lot.
But you have to see the angle of it, though. When you have so many people, if you have so many people, like you have a lot of people around you, you might have 4 good hitters that ain't gonna say nothing. Even if they out for you, they gonna ride. But it's gonna be that one person.
That heat for that one person.
That one person gonna come
with the clean crew would
and say
that smoke,
baby.
I'm
singing like Patty LaBelle.
That would you? It's 18 people on that docket.
Somebody
would
gonna
you
say.
take, now the problem with Trump's case though, that he was recorded for quality purposes.
But he said that was they can't come against his recording.
He was recording for
He said
quality
that was a
purposes.
good call.
Hey James, he was recording for quality purposes. So at the end of the day, would you take that heat for your friend?
Okay,
That is my question to you.
Tashonda said, and what's crazy is the Brown brothers and sisters that going down with him. They should have known someone was going after rappers, was not about to let that white collar crime slide.
That was a lot. I mean, that's a lot, you know. And so I just think nobody's answering that question. So I guess that's a no. Nobody's going down for their homie. So
I was just shocked. I wasn't shocked that he was a part, but I was like, ooh, she really don't care because she got Rudolph Giuliani in there.
I mean,
And he just finished trying to beat something else. Now he back. I was like, look now.
Let me tell you.
Look now, Trump.
But do you feel like this is at this point, be it that he's already being tried for the various things that he's already being tried for?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that at this point, it's like, what are we proving today?
What you mean? What are we proving?
He's
against
already
him?
dealing with so many other situations
But-
from a governmental standpoint.
But just think
so
about it.
Just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Do you feel like right now she just good for that one count of racketeering? Is she just going for his juggler because she said that she was messing with the YSL?
No, but because she already had it.
I know.
But I feel like he has so many. I feel like it was a plan or deal between the Democrats to keep him out of office.
Right.
But the thing is, even though they're throwing these tracks, he has a good lawyer that knows how to keep things off until he can run for president.
Right.
And it's like once he get in office, if he does, it's
There's
gonna be
potential this may do. Or have y'all ever thought, and yes, we know, thank you, Shannon, that this indictment is different though, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
it's
very
totally
different.
different. We totally understand. But at this point, do you think that right now from a government standpoint, they're just gunning just to make sure this tries to process through prior to the election? Because even, okay, let's play devil's advocate again.
Okay.
Say for instance that this individual, like say it's Trump, actually, even if Trump doesn't win, there's another Republican in there. There's pardons, there's clemency, there's things that can be done.
He don't like that word, though. They don't like him like that.
Who? The baby, there's more people that love him. They don't. Y'all can say what y'all want.
They love him.
There's more people that love him. They don't.
But the thing is, the reason why they love him because he's getting that
Love is love.
he's getting that crowd that usually don't vote to come to the voters.
Love is love, y'all. Love
He's
is
getting
love.
them to come to vote.
Love is love, people.
But let's go on to
Now that is true. Now,
what?
but the there's two things that can happen when you're in the presidential position, though, Shan. That he can still actually get
this indictment.
He can still get. There are some ways around that. That little fine print that's out there. That I think we should have that next week so we can know. There's some ways. There's some loopholes in there. So we'll get into that. But ultimately, I just think they're trying to figure it out. And Trump is gonna Trump. I'm just saying. Trump gonna Trump. He's trumping. He tipping. He talking that heat. So we're gonna see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens in the coming weeks.
Look at the
Let's
thing.
go.
All right. So we're going to go to this next story.
Inspiration for the movie The Blind. Michael Orr, who was the inspiration for the movie The Blind Side, is accusing Sean and Leanne Toohey of never actually adopting him as he had believed. A petition filed by Orr's legal team in a Tennessee court today claimed the Tooheys set up a conservatorship over him instead. The petition is asking for the conservatorship to be ended. The 14-page document accuses the Tooheys of wanting to handle Orr's business deals and make money. The petition claims that in February of this year, Orr learned he had never been adopted and is not officially part of the Toohey family. The documents claim that when Orr signed the conservatorship paperwork about 2 decades ago, he understood it to be part of the adoption process. Orr is also asking for a full account of how much money the Tuohys have made off his name and story, and he's asking that he be paid his fair share plus interest. An attorney for the Tuohys told the Associated Press that their response will be filed in court.
Woo!
Baby.
The baby.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm going to speak for it because this pissed me off. Because I feel hoodwinked.
Bamboozled.
Led
astray.
Because I watched that movie. When I watched Blind Side, you know, Sandra Bullock played that white lady. And she, you know, they're saying they want to take back her Oscar. Like, people are trying to protest.
We're taking your Oscar.
They want to take Sandra Bullock's Oscar back, but I was like, that's wrong, because she didn't know anything about what's going on. So if you haven't watched, y'all need to watch the movie Blind Side. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be the same. You know what? Y'all still watch it, because it's not going to be the same as the people that watched it.
Tell the story.
So it's a young man. And it's about how he was taken in by this white family, and how they loved him so, and he was very good at football. And the husband was a coach, and the mother, she was like a side coach. But how they just helped him, and he became an NFL player. Just their love for each other, and how they adopted him. And
the story was awesome.
It was just beautiful.
They made over $300 million with that movie.
It was just about.
It was beautiful.
Color, not having
it was a colorless
movie.
situation.
Yes, so it was just beautiful. So for him to come back
all these years later,
and tell us that the papers that he was signing in that movie was not.
I was never adopted.
It makes you upset. I'm upset.
Are you upset, Tiffany? It's okay. We're going to pray for you. We'll put you on the prayer list. Welcome, these scriptures. You know they say what's done in the dark always comes to the light.
Let me tell you something. That's true.
She said I'm not even surprised.
You know what?
Well, actually, I am.
I'm a little bit surprised.
It's
unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate. As you know, there's money that, you know, that he did not get. We're in the they got again millions. I mean, even the children. Yeah,
they said the children got 200,000.
Their children that ain't even had nothing to do with that.
Got 200,000
each.
Yes.
And then the money from the actual
royalties. But he has. But this is the thing. He has. What is it called?
Conservatory.
So that's the same thing that, if y'all don't know, that Britney Spears had. So basically, they're over his money. So he still has that
in place right now
to this day. So they're over his money. So we don't even know the extent, because it could even be over the NFL money.
I don't know about that. I don't.
You don't think?
I didn't get the details on that.
Because conservatory. Because when you think of it, it's over. It's your whole life.
But he's in a no. Well, yes, it can be. I don't know if that's been changed, because the legal side has, but he's got.
I'm gonna find them documents, y'all.
So I think that has been changed. However, at the time that the money was being cooped in the again $300 million, and he ain't seen that much of it at all.
All he saw was his money.
So again, at this point, I just think it's so unfortunate for him. I feel like, why don't we read this is my argument. Why don't we read the fine print?
Well, if you took me somewhere and we were signing documents, I would trust you.
No, that's the problem.
That was supposed to be like a parent.
Why are we not reading the fine print?
He thought he was getting his adoption papers, and this was part of the adoption.
James said, what is it? The twins are opportunistic. It's messed up that they put him under a conservatorship. Insane.
Isn't that insane?
Modern day slavery, yes. Mindset. I need to date.
Who said modern day slavery?
Baby, it's a real serious situation. But I want to know, I want to take it a step further, Tip. I want you or anybody in the Butcher Queen crew to tell me, why are we not reading that adoption paper with a said adoption? You cannot tell me. That means you did not read. You couldn't have read the first 5 lines of the adoption paperwork. You couldn't have.
He didn't read it.
The first 5 lines, we all read the first 5 lines.
He happy.
We all read the first 5 lines.
He wanted wanted.
We all read the first 5 lines.
He wanted to be adopted.
We all read the first 5 lines.
He wanted to be
Now
happy.
that might be all you read, but that we all read the first 5 lines.
He wanted to be adopted.
I have a problem with
And
that.
he wanted to be loved. We're not going to judge that young man.
Yes, we are. We're going to judge 300 whole million in.
Now,
We're judging today. I'm judging.
No, what they should do is you need to take
I'm
this
judging.
as a lesson to read.
That's a $300 million lesson. That's why he's suing today. Because that's a big lesson that we need some
And they
recuperation.
probably
We need
still
some
wouldn't do
reparation. We need some reparation on that money. But you know what I feel like? Does he deserve reparation after all this time?
I don't know. He's suing for
Come on,
interest.
y'all. What do y'all think? Does he
He's suing.
deserve any reparation after all this time? That's
I
what
think
I
so
mean.
because they wouldn't have had a story, or they wouldn't even had. Okay, so they wouldn't have had a story. They
He
wouldn't
wouldn't
be
have had a
famous.
story.
No. They would have. He created that story.
Correct.
He was the object. He was the main character
Yes.
that created that whole situation.
Correct.
If he wouldn't have came, they would have just had the same family members, and nothing would have happened.
Right, and these
So-
people were successful already, so I don't get it. I don't get the purpose and point. However, greed is a crazy thing. It's greed. That's all.
Tamika said he wanted love. Amen, Tamika. He wanted love.
And that's what a lot of people want. And guess what? They want love so bad that
Oh,
they
they said the way that James said, and yes, I did see that. The way they betrayed him, he was slow and uneducated, so maybe he
now
couldn't
he
read.
does have a delay. Allegedly, he has a delay. But that again,
So maybe
is
that's
where-
why he didn't read it, and he trusted them to be giving him adoption papers, and maybe he
the first
saw.
5 lines was
Okay, so he said when he said that when he remember on when we was watching the thing, he said that he thought it was a part of the adoption, so he knew it was a little different.
Excuse
But
me,
he
Mom,
thought it was
you
a
gonna play.
part.
I bet you didn't see the word adoption in there, but he saw conservatorship in there the first
He didn't know.
5
He
lines.
probably didn't know what
And-
conservatorship
And that is
was.
so bad because you signed something not knowing because you were trusted and you was blinded in love, huh? What was the movie called? Love is Blind. It sure is.
Well, baby,
It sure is.
that movie was called Blind Side. God forgive me, but God forgive me, but that movie was called Blind Side, and that's what happened.
He got
Who
blindsided.
came up with that name?
And it all fit.
Hey, if one of y'all came up with that name,
You
y'all
knew
put
what's
that
going on.
name. Y'all wrong for that.
Conservatorship, the first 5 lines made
The
conservatorship.
person who made that movie knew what
Baby,
was
you
going on.
better speak it. That's just like the Simpsons. You knew they knew about this
They
stuff was happening.
already
It's
blindsided. Ooh, it ain't the same.
They
no
are
more.
wrong, Bertha. They are very wrong. That is true. What their
James
actions
said
is
he should
very-
get all his money.
Now, do you think that? Because there's no story without what they did do for him.
Now they did.
So let's talk about that then.
'Cause he
Let's
trained
pivot.
him.
Let's pivot.
He
They
trained him.
He gave him food. He ain't talking about how they treated him now. Now let's
They put
say
him in
it.
a house. Now what they did wrong was when that movie came out, he should have had a part of the movie. Now that was wrong. He should have had a part of the movie.
So again, my question to you is, he did have a good, established, settled life in their household. Now the choice that they made is unfortunate, but they did provide him wellness to where he is today.
Right.
So not many people can make it to the NFL. So
Tasha.
he did a great thing. Tashonda said, I agree to they used his desire for a family and lack of comprehension to manipulate him.
But you know, in I believe it's Indiana, they just created a law with the the kids that's making money on Facebook. They can't get their money till they're 18.
Wow.
So I feel like that's kind of like the same situation because a lot of people take advantage, even parents.
There's
Take advantage of the
structure.
situation. Yes, when it comes to the money.
Structure with the money,
'Cause
and I think there should be limitations from a parental standpoint as well as a child standpoint.
Because to me, not to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
I want to say this. To me, the fact that they gave each one of their children $200,
$200,000.
$200,000. Now, if
They
he
love the children.
they other children. Now, if he didn't get anything, if he didn't get at least $200,000, then we need to talk about it.
I don't know. All I do know is that in the first 5 lines of the contract, it says conservatorship. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm stuck right there.
He wanted love.
Not through with me. So this is my problem.
Sure.
We are so wanting love so much.
Yes, we do.
That we want love so much.
Yes.
That we become blinded.
Yes.
By.
Ooh, and you lead us to the next.
Let's just go. We praying for that young man in that situation.
Yes, we are praying for him. We're going to talk about see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
But let's go into this next story. Could you just led into that?
Let's go.
That's a serious problem to me. And it's a problem in the black community because I'm voicing to you that your husband was inappropriate with me. And why do you not believe that?
You're lying. Quit lying.
I'm lying? Why am I finna lie to you about that?
You stay lying. Coming from my
Y'all,
child that
this has happened for years, y'all.
Coming from my child.
I come in this.
Men in her bed.
Y'all see this?
Coming from my child is always.
You really taking up and know him for a long time. And it don't even matter.
That man ain't did nothing to you.
I get out of class, when I get out of everything, I feel so uncomfortable in this house. And she want to sit up here and take up for this man. Like, you're disgusting. Both of y'all are.
I had to get pregnant, take care of them,
You're my mom.
do all
Y'all know how hard this is for me to even believe this because this man, I have to come in my home with my mama that's supposed to love me, and you want to sit here for him. Why would I lie, y'all? Why would I lie? Why?
You want to stay lying.
Like, I'm shaking right now, y'all, because this makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. And she want to sit here and justify it. You were sad. You were...
Woo!
That was a lot.
So unpack that because I didn't understand.
You didn't
So is
understand.
that the wife and the daughter?
That's the mama and the daughter.
Mama and the daughter and the husband. They're talking about the husband
boyfriend.
or the boyfriend, and the young lady is feeling.
Yeah, they haven't been together that long.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just saying, she said she just told her mama that how she felt. She felt uncomfortable with him because he's inappropriate with her.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't say what he does. She didn't say it was like sexual or anything, but it makes her feel uncomfortable. So my thing is, she was saying her child was a liar because of all the other things that her child has done with other men. You know, she said she have men sleeping in her bed, and she caught men in her room. But I was like, I don't think because of how she's talking, she's never been with your man. You understand? Mm-hmm. Now, some kids are manipulative and controlling, but how do you feel about that situation? I kind of felt that she was telling the truth. But that's why I said you pivoted to it because the mama isn't wanted what?
Love. So James said that this is sad that the mom doesn't believe the daughter. Believe woman. Bertha said that's the problem with black women.
But I just feel like this is my thing. This is my thing. I know that there in relationships there are issues, there are problems. You know, sometimes people will disappoint you. But sometimes, like Crystal had told me last night, we was arguing about something, and it's not as deep as this. But sometimes you gotta believe people for what they give you. Mm-hmm. And if they continue to give you the same thing over and over again, why do people feel like they can't? I feel this is how I look at love. I'm out here. I want to love somebody the right way.
Right.
So I know it's somebody like me out there.
How does this become?
No, I'm just saying that's how I look at it.
I totally understand the position.
People feel like there's nobody else. Like that's how I look at
Let's
it.
unpack what just happened right there.
Okay, unpack.
A daughter expressed to her mother, not her friend, not her homie,
Yes, her mama,
not her homeboy twice removed. She expressed to her mother. That was once she took the courage to go and tell her mom, even though she went live. I hate her. Yeah, she shouldn't have did that. Okay, she was maybe because she felt like she needed the world.
She wanted the world to see her mama.
She wanted the world to see her mama or to shame her mama, and that was unfortunate. She shouldn't have done that. But the thing is that this young lady was expressing to her mother, regardless to if she slept with the whole United States of America, the daughter, I mean, if she had inappropriate actions with other men in the past, this man, the one that's there, is causing her to feel a certain and particular way.
Right.
So with that being said, the mother would then, I feel, there has to be a conversation had. Because regardless if my child was whatever, okay, if she carried a whole bag everywhere she went, at the end of the day, she's my daughter. And if she's my daughter's expressing to me something that I need to investigate on my own. And through my investigation, I would then make my determination on what is what. Okay. That's just how I feel about that. Now, Jane, let's see. Tashonda said, this one is hard for me. This one is hard for me. We have so many ways to prove accusations. I would have recorded his inappropriate behavior. Absolutely. She needs some evidence. That's how I feel like. You know your mama, man. You know your mom.
But she might not know her mama.
Yes, you do. You know your mama forever.
No, I'm talking about she might not, because her mama seems like she a ride or die. Just the way she talking.
No, her mama was saying, you lying, you lie all the time. That's what she kept saying.
It's about a man, but sometimes your mama, with other things, she might be there for you, because she seems like she support her child and her mom.
I don't doubt she support her child, but your child is not going to walk up to you about your boyfriend.
Your boyfriend
and just say that about your boyfriend.
And that's my thing. Okay, she's sleeping with men, but have you ever caught your man in her room? And she's coming to you.
Most times you're never going to. I mean,
No. Listen to what I'm saying. If she has never, out of the blue, she's sleeping with men.
Yeah, and we're going sexual, like James said.
But no, what I'm saying is she did say the girl was sleeping with men. Mm-hmm. So if she's comfortable with men in that way, and she's saying this particular man, this one, because why is she comfortable? Because this is somebody that's supposed to love you back.
Right.
He's not supposed to be talking. That's why I said before, talking. He's not supposed to be talking to me in any type of manner. So I would have been, to me, that's why I was like, I kind of believe her, because if she's not trying to say, but if you're saying she's a hoe like she is, why all of a sudden with one person make her uncomfortable because she knows it's not right?
Right, something not right.
That's not right.
They say inappropriate doesn't mean sexual. He could be saying things or just making her feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And as her mom, she should be doing her due diligence to find out why her daughter feels that way. Tashonda says, right, why record mama to shame her but not record the boyfriend's behavior? Absolutely.
And Tamika said, I hate when people downplay, and I hate that too.
Yes, you shouldn't downplay a person's feelings. A person's feelings is valid, and I was talking about that a lot today. Everybody has their own perception, okay, in situations. Nobody was born in the same house. Some were, some weren't, and even in the same house, there's still different perceptions. That's what people need to understand. You understand? My brother's perception may be different from mine, okay? So at the end of the day, I cannot take away the validity of how they feel. Now, what I see with my own two bad eyes is one thing. That's when it's factual or not factual, okay? But perception is different. It can be skewed, altered, arranged based on experience, environment, and all kinds of things in this world.
Yes.
So with all of that being said, I think people need to have some kind of sensitivity and empathy when a person openly expresses something. Now that doesn't mean take it as holy grail. Now that's different.
Because some people
take what one somebody said, and guess what? Not even just their children, their friends, their family, their co-workers. They just take it what they say, and they'll stop locking you because of what somebody else said. Wait a minute, can you have your own experience? Did they knock on your door? Did they do something wrong to you? Right. Have your own experience if you're in that position to do so, and then articulate how you may feel about something or a person or the situation.
Yeah.
And so in this,
so how would you have handled it if your child would have came to you?
Me? You don't ask me that.
Little Crystal Pop.
Little Crystal Pop came
to you and
said, Mama,
this lady making me feel uncomfortable.
This lady making me feel uncomfortable. What'd she do, baby? That's what my first question would have been. Because I want to investigate. Because mentally, I know my child.
Right.
My child ain't just gonna walk up to me
And tell you
start no
something.
smoke. Just knowing who their mom is a whole food, and she's a private investigator. So you gotta know your fabric. Okay. Once you know your fabric, you know how to handle your fabric.
Exactly.
Right. So my baby, no, their mama is a whole food with analyzing, articulating, and organizing. So my mind, as soon as it came out your throat, my mind was already trying to do my private investigation. I love forensics. So I'm looking at the things you ain't saying, but I'm also listening to what you're saying too.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I know my child. I know my child might lie sometimes. I know my child gonna tell the truth, but in certain things my child ain't gonna bring to me. There's definitely ain't gonna be no foolishness. Amen? So with that being said, then I will then listen to my child. I will be empathetic with my child, but then I will do my due diligence as a parent and find out what's going on.
And that's what I would do. I would do like the Tyler Perry movie with Mary J. Blige in it. I would, you'll tell me what happened, and I'll be like, oh my goodness. And then I'll go take that young lady up into the bathrooms and say, so what's going on?
So what's happening?
What's happening? And I'm gonna sit there in some water and throw the radio.
I'm just saying it's a lot
No,
to
but
think
for real.
about. Yeah. So so it's just important that you look at that stuff. Tashonda said, I feel like, James said, I agree with Tamika. Tashonda said, I feel like mother was caught off guard. I hate snippets because they never tell the whole story.
Yes.
She should have sat down with her mom privately without the camera.
Right.
Y'all put that camera down. Because
that's what I
now, guess what? People are finna troll the mama.
Yeah.
People finna dog your mama. And guess what? The one that's right there, while you just said you in their house together. Y'all in the house together. Now,
Just like she
it's gonna
said.
be a whole situation for your mama because you decided to put it on.
That was my thing. I felt like, why did she go live? And like Tashonda said, she made it now it's not a household thing. So it's sometimes like if you catch somebody out guard, first thing they're going to do is deny. And it might not be because they don't believe. It's just a reaction. Some people have.
And then another take a step further, it might be harder to catch the person in the act now because now he's gonna be the best love on top to the mama now, and she really ain't finna believe that you said, okay? Because baby, he gonna serve it all with gladness, okay? I'm gonna serve you all the way right.
Especially if she's the main.
Okay, I'm just saying what I'm saying. Y'all better take this.
Y'all got to be more
careful, honey.
Well, let's go to this other story right here.
Let's get it.
I forgot this one. I don't forgot what it was.
People who fun, not challenging.
That's good.
So when comfort is the greatest enemy to your growth.
That's good.
People who keep you comfortable are killing you slowly.
That's good.
And the folk who challenge you irritate you because they're forcing you to grow when you want to just be comfortable. Talk about that, somebody.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
But the problem is most of us settle for plastic relationships.
Jesus.
See, some of the relationships you're in right now is not iron, it's plastic.
Wow.
Because when you're in an iron relationship, that's tension.
Yes.
It's violent. It's
Sparks.
ugly. And you haven't had a true relationship until you survive some tests. Never call someone your best friend until they've handled you in your worst.
Wow. Jesus.
And so for me, I value having people who are not like me. Because when God blesses you with people who have differences from you, you gain different perspectives.
I
love that.
Different perspectives and different lessons.
Yes, sir.
Like hanging with people who
So,
baby,
I actually like what they said. I took some stuff from it, took the religious part out of it. Not saying it didn't make a difference or anything. You could keep it in there. But when I say that, I'm saying that I took that part to apply it to everything in life.
right?
I really do believe that some people have yes men around them, and that does make their life a little bit harder because you don't have people telling you, hey, what you about to do ain't what you supposed to be doing. So I feel like you do have to have different people from different walks of life to come together, and that's why I love meeting new people. I really don't invite them all into my space, But I love being in new people because you learn new things. You learn new experiences. That's what I learned when I was in the military. You know, when I was overseas and even in school, I met different people.
Right.
But what they were focusing on, and what I didn't really care for, is that they were saying that when your friends is hard on you and you're having rough times with them, that they're teaching you something.
Well,
I feel like a friend will come to you when you're doing something wrong. No, they might not say what you need to hear.
right.
That's it.
But
it's your everyday
conversation is just one of my hardest things in my life.
But every day ain't gonna be every day ain't
not
gonna
gonna be
rough.
Sunday. But every day is not going to be where we cannot take the opportunity. I believe your friends are supposed to be multifaceted.
Right. So
Just looking at the comments, they said they're not lying. All my friends, including y'all, hold me accountable.
and that's the word I was looking for. Accountability.
Yes. Who wants a plastic relationship? You can't grow that way, baby. You said a word right there.
Amen.
You cannot have a
Amen.
quality relationship, I feel, if I'm not able to provide the good, bad, the indifferent. That is not a true relationship to me.
At all.
I really honestly feel that if I love you,
Yes.
and people feel like love is just a relationship like we have. No. Love is your friendships are a commitment.
Yes.
Your relationships are your job.
That's
is
your
a
journey.
commitment.
That's your
That
journey.
is a part of your walk in life.
Yeah, your journey.
So there's things that you choose to do in that, and the problem that people really have today is that everybody has their own special formula that everybody wants to be coddled. Coddling is good. A good cuddle is good. Snuggling up with your best friend.
I'm going to
is needed.
encourage you.
All that is needed, but you also need me to tell you, ma'am, let me go get that belt out the closet, honey, and I don't condone violence, but sometimes we need a little lashing on somebody to tell you the truth and shame the devil sometimes.
Jamie said, I agree, Tiffany. I think when people truly care about you, they are hard on you. They are. When it comes to the majority of the people I have ever been friends with are honest. I love a honest, because guess what? The truth hurts.
Yeah.
I love an honest person. I might not be able to take it sometimes. It
doesn't have to hurt.
Well, the Bible says the truth hurts. It's like a two-edged sword.
It is it hurts going in and coming out. But
guess
the thing
what?
about it is,
You know why it hurts?
It's all about how you perceive pain, though. But that's what I believe.
I don't
really
think so. Because guess what? The truth gives you a reflection. Because guess what? Like you said, what do we cling to? We cling to things that we love, which is coddling. Just like the dog. When you get a little dog, we got, a new dog. He love to be held. He love to be played. He love to be coddled. That's what he clings to. But guess what, baby? When he do something wrong, we gotta put him in the crate. We gotta, pop him on the booty. And he hates that. He hates when he get popped on the booty, and he runs from that. But we're teaching him, hey, this is how you going, because if you can't be boo-booing everywhere. This ain't, you can't do that. This ain't your round. But see, that's with us. We love to be held. We love to call. We love when people give us praises. Oh, you did such a good job, girl. Da-da-da-da. But when you do something wrong and they come to you and say, girl, you shouldn't do that. Don't do that.
Now we're the worst friend in the world, and we need to just break up and never be friends again for the rest of our life. And it's over, and I don't like you no more. And she thinks she better than you because she's telling you this the way to do this.
And then somebody else is saying, "Oh, girl, it's all right, it's okay," but you're not learning anything from.
Are we really learning from everybody that tells us yes?
No.
Are we learning from them? Tashonda said, it depends on how well they receive my advice. A person can only grow when them are ready to grow. Absolutely. But the thing also in that, Tashonda, is that I feel like a person, there's a choice in that. There's a choice in all things when it comes to growth and development.
Yes, it is.
But if I do not convey based on what you
how
say,
you gonna know?
How am I gonna know?
And that's what I tell people. That's what I tell Crystal all the time. When you are going through something or you feel a way about something, sometimes you do got to let people know.
Yes.
Hey, this is blase blah. What you said is blase blah. And guess what? They might not like what you said, but guess what? You're letting them know this is how I want to be treated.
Baby.
Because if you don't let them know how you want to be treated, guess what? They're going to continue to treat you the same way because they don't know.
This is a good pivot in this. So James said, I do agree you can be firm, fair, and consistent with your friends. Your tone and delivery is important, but friends have tough conversations all the time.
Yes,
that's absolutely true, baby. You spoke a word right there. Because people really need to understand that it is okay to say no. It is okay to express to your friend or your loved one or your brother or your sister that baby,
But sometimes it's so hard
because you don't want to be the big bad villain.
Yeah.
And everybody looked at you like, oh my God, she always said no.
She always.
No, you always. Well, this is what do. Don't bring me your always. Don't bring it to me. Because you always, in my situations, most times people are bringing to me situations that they're trying to get clarity on. So guess what? Of course you're going to always hear either the positive or negative side of the situation because guess what majority of our conversations are about?
Right.
Things that may be infraction or you're getting suggestions on or so that's majority of the conversation as your friend. If I'm the go-to for that, because everybody got their friends, you got your certain friends you go to for, if you want to go out, if you go on trips, you got your trip friends. Let's just call a spade a spade. You got your friends that, hey, I know not to put this friend with these 5 friends because I don't think they gonna mesh. But me and her, we can party at the house, we can party, they just not gonna go. So you have had that discernment. That's what that's called. That's called discernment. To know how to pick and choose what these things are. But the problem with that is that sometimes we shouldn't do that picking and choosing.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you just need to say it, get it out, and maybe try and do something different. To try it out and say something to me that may be the different thing, the positive thing. So then you won't hear from me the question that you have. Well, what do you think about this? Well, baby, I'm gonna give you the truth either way. Cause listen, I don't know what tomorrow or the next second hold for me. So I ain't got time to be sitting.
And you ain't keeping me out.
And I ain't finna play that game with you. So if that's what people, a lot of my friends know with me. First thing I be like, do you want to lie or do you want the truth? Which one you want? It's that bad because people get offended. But I be like, if you come to me,
would I tell you a lot of times?
Yes.
Because with Crystal, she is getting to the point where she is open to telling how she really feel about something. Mm-hmm. Majority of the time, when I first met you, she would just,
it would be a buffer.
It would just be a buffer, or she would just kind of ignore it, and she might vent to, whoever her partner was. She might vent to her mama, and that's it, just to get out her body. But she would allow them just to run amok. But me, on the other hand, everybody know. And I can't help it because I'm learning how to do it now. I was the total opposite. If I have a problem with something or if something is rubbing me the right way, why does that girl got on white boots? And everybody be looking at me like, why did you say that out loud? She heard you. But I be wondering, it's after a certain period. Why do you got white boots on and they look plastic? So
anyway,
but with that being said, I'm just being funny. With that being said, I had to learn how to tone it down and learn when to do it.
Yeah.
So like Crystal said, her magic word yesterday when we was going through, we had to find a balance.
That's my new word.
That's her new word for 23.
For the remainder of 23.
We have to find a balance to what we need to do.
And Shonda said sometimes friends just want you to listen and not speak. Well, that friend needs to convey that they just want you to listen. I'm being honest. Like, if you're used to a friend coming to you for the advice, guess what? That's called consistent conversation. So then that friend, you're used to that friend calling you for advice. Now, today you want me to just listen. That means, guess what? Let me know you just want to listen to ear today. Because if you don't, you be used to to. You coming to me about what you want.
But I always
answer
say,
to.
do you want me to talk back to you or not?
Yeah.
And then sometimes if they saying something crazy, baby, I'm gonna have to say something.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going.
Of course, look at her. She said you got to receive it if you're willing to dish it. Absolutely. But again, there's all. In my case, I'm gonna have an answer. I know who I am. Okay, you have to pack. Go pack, girl. Get your pack on. Get your pack on.
We gotta go pack too.
But let's go see what else we got.
Oh, we got one more.
One more
video. This is a good video right
here. A letter that said, I chose you then, and I choose you now. And love is not her makeup. Love is not that she loves me back. Love is I am called to represent the love of Jesus, to love you when everything about you that culture says I should leave you. Y'all, this is love. Love does not look for pretty. Love covers ugly.
Come on.
And until you find somebody that will hold you at your worst, no makeup, the abuse that you might have experienced in your past, the family of origin issues you might have, the hurts and the wounds, and somebody says, you know what, show that to me so that I can show you an aspect of God, not in heaven but on earth. And I'm telling you right now, I love it all. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And y'all, I'm gonna get some tonight. I'm telling you right now, none of y'all are, I am.
Him some. He said he gonna get him some.
Oh, he gotta be stopped.
So what you thought about that? So like I said, I'm not trying to promote Jesus. It was just some of these videos I saw, they were really, really good videos. And I loved what he said about what love does. Love covers the ugly when you're in a relationship, because people don't understand it's not going to be apples and blossom flowers and skipping through. It is those times, and that goes for every relationship. That even goes with your friendship. That gears to what we were saying about the relationship. And D. Scorpio said sometimes you have to let your friends fall. This is regarding to what we was talking about earlier, to get back up, but still let them know you'll be there when they're ready. And that goes directly with that video, because when you love somebody, and even your friends, your brothers, your sister, your children, you still gonna be there for them. It's like you'd be so upset that they did this, but I'ma still be there for you, you know. And you gotta let them know, like, no, what you did was wrong, blah, blah, blah. But you hold your partner accountable for what they do. But love covers the ugly. It's not always a pretty situation, and I think that's where people go wrong. Because they get in the mind that a relationship is supposed to be this beautiful thing. But I want people to understand the balance. Because if somebody is not treating you right,
23.
If they're not treating you right, that don't mean ignore. Oh, I'm going to ignore this because I'm loving. No, baby. Get somebody that's going to do for you like you're going to do for them.
Absolutely. I think that is a word from the Lord. Like Dia says, loving your spouse is a form of worshiping God. You are blessed and should have praised him for the love you have. And I want everybody to know and understand. Thank you for that. I want James said they just let anyone in the pulpit. Now it's highly inappropriate for him to be talking about giving him some. Yes, that was highly inappropriate. But at any rate, my whole thing is this, and she kept that in the clip. So
I was going to
So my take on this is this: that sometimes, you know, I always say you got to go through the valley to get to the milk and honey, right? But does every situation have to be a valley? No. We have to learn in relationships, and that's in your workplace, that's at your home, that's in with your friends, because these are commitments, okay?
Yeah.
These are formal commitments. From your job, that's a commitment. From your relationships with your friends, your partnerships, and your spouse situation, wherever you fit, right? Boo things, wherever you fit, you have to understand that is a form of commitment. And when you make such commitments, then that's a sacrifice. People are sacrificing. So there is, I'm riding on the word balance for the rest of the year, because you have to have some form of balance in all of those situations. If I love you, you will understand that no, it's not a chastisement. No, it's not. But it is to let you know that balance is needed, whatever balance looks like for you. And love, guess what, is an action word. Not you just saying it to me, not just you giving me a little piece of this and a little piece of that when you feel like it. Consistency matters, which then brings routine, which then brings about what? Accountability, which then brings about consistency. And what does that mean? Consistency brings what? Balance.
Tashonda said, love can't be seasonal. This is a
year-round commitment. So guys, if we continue to focus on that, focus on showing one another in all facets of our life that you can attempt, that does not mean every day is going to be sunshine. But it does mean that you're doing your best to be your best if you choose to commit to something.
Right.
That's just all I'm saying about that.
And that goes for everything. When Beyonce started last night, she was like, I am so grateful to be able to sing for 25 years, to do something that I love.
Yes.
And she had a commitment, and you could see her commitment through her music
and
her presentation, because a lot of people allow life and situations and their feelings dull down even their music.
Right.
Even their music, and that comes to what Crystal said, your job.
Yeah. It's just important that everything I'm saying, everything you're saying, when it comes to that, all goes hand in hand. It's all a part of it. But the most important part, guys, is that you guys understand that you have a choice to do this. You can wake up in the morning and decide to change something, but it's the consistency of it that then brings about the balance. That is my word for the rest of 2023.
Say the
balance.
Oh Lord, Jamie is talking about the beehive.
Yes.
I just want to give my testimony before we leave
Come on, what
today.
is it real quick?
Because the lady had said, we had talked about it before. The lady had said about the Beyonce show being an initiation. And I just want to say that I wasn't able to get my PTO for work on, what was it? I put it in like a while back, and it wasn't approved. So I was like, man, I'm going to be a little late for the concert. So I said, Lord, I know you real. Got on my knees and I prayed.
You did?
Yes, I did. I prayed, and guess what, y'all? When I went and logged into work,
you logged in.
I had a email from the workforce,
and it said what?
You get off 2 hours early. So I just want to give an honor to God that
subscribe to the Butcher Queen podcast. Tell a friend about what we're doing. Of course, we want you guys to know that we love you, we support you, we appreciate you. We will be, of course, conducting a contest, so be on the lookout for the contest this week.
She said
we are conducting a contest. Okay? So again, be on the lookout for that information. It is an amazing. The healing box is a beautiful box. Healing from within. It is beautiful. So remember to be on the lookout for that. You can of course purchase the book online right now on Amazon.
Praise break. Hold on.
And I just want to say that we love you. We appreciate you sharing your Tuesday with us. But we want you guys to know that you are something special. You are important, and we appreciate you. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the
Butcher Queen podcast. Y'all have a good
night. Have a good night.
For tuning in. Are you ready? Let's get it. Drop the beat. Don't matter. twerk.